Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales Across Time and Space, RPG Labs. Today's experiment, the Cypher system. A few bits of bookkeeping before we get started here. First off, we will not be having a stream next week as I have personal commitments that prevent that from happening. So we will be skipping next week and finishing up this game the week after. This is intended only to be around a 2-session game. We might do more with it in the long run, depending on what people feel and whatever, but this specific campaign is just for about 2 sessions worth of time here. Beyond that, why is that stuff... that stuff is supposed to be hidden. Ignore the polls in the HUD. That is just filler data.
I was about to say, you have a bunch of polls there.
Yeah. Those I was supposed to hide those. Those were optional slots there. Paul is just filler data so that I could make sure that the interface worked. Please pay no attention to the polls in the user interface.
Pay no attention to the poll behind the corner.
But yeah, so I don't believe we have any specific upkeep on that front. So as always, I'm Thomas, and I'm a silly game master who should have made pre-gens, and I'm joined by...
Cody? My name's Cody, and I'm playing the wealthy speaker who always has millions, and my character is Octoshock.
Short for...
name. I'm playing character name,
shock.
the guarded warrior who wields 2 weapons at once. I'm Dustin. I'm playing Lee Anshu, or Arashi Viper, as she was supposed to be known as. And I will be right back. My food is ready.
Wow, we are so professional today. I am Ariana. I'm Jane, and I'm playing Ariana Thea, the creative explorer who builds robots.
Hi, it's me, Carl, and I'm playing the Mystical Adept, Mystical 65. That's just the Mystical Adept who commands mental power.
Right. I'm Kitsune, and I'm playing Titania, the exiled Fey Knight who is hunted by moths.
Still love that focus.
And I'm Radical Dishonesty, and I'm playing Less Lost, the brash power gamer who masters weaponry.
So, if you had tuned in last week, you know that we specifically mentioned that we were saving some inter-character connections and such that are from our characters' descriptors and focuses to kind of build that together. So we're going to be doing that now. Then we're going to hand out some ciphers for everyone to start off with, and then we will be starting our play. So we're going to go in the same order we introduced in. So Cody, you are wealthy. So Let's look what that says about... If you see me looking down, I have actually the physical book for this game, so... should get to the map. There we go. You don't need to see my face for this. Yeah, see, wealthy. Should have just done this alphabetically. Alright, so these are going to establish the links to the starting... Your descriptors are going to tell you how you connected to your starting adventure. In this case, why you are part of this group, this regular group of people going on these Nexus raids.
For the views?
Yes, well, that could be it, but just going down here to give you some seeds. You crave the life of adventure. You hired all the other PCs for your expedition. Or, having wealth only creates an appetite for more. You join the other PCs to grow your fortune. Or you do good work. You do good work with your wealth, and you see the PC's mission as an opportunity to help people. The source of your wealth, a relative business or your position in the company, controls your life, and you begin to feel stifled. You disguise your true identity and company PC's chance at the freedom your fortune denies you. So, I think you're here to grow your wealth, is the...
Yeah.
And we'll take a look...
that fits in with my character, so we might kind of connect there.
So... much like Ready Player One, I think I can say that the currency in this game is just as good in either world. I really should see either the movie or actually read the book on that.
Probably.
I did some research when doing it for the playing this game, and so yeah. So Dustin, you are guarded for Lee. Alright. One of the PCs managed to overcome their defenses and... Wait, Dustin never came back yet, has he?
No, he hasn't.
Skipping him for right now. Jane. You're creative. Next week you'll see...
Sorry, I just heard it and Dustin's not back yet. And I was like, oh...
Timing!
Yeah, exactly.
So you're guarded. So these are your links to the starting adventures you could choose from. These don't have to, we obviously don't have to pick these, but these are to kind of see if you have ideas. One of the PCs managed to overcome your defenses and befriend you. You want to see what the PCs are up to, so you accompany them to catch them in the act of some wrongdoing. You have made a few enemies and take up with the PCs for protection. Or the PCs are the only people who will put up with you.
I think it's obvious the PCs are the only one who put up with me.
Thanks.
He is just so full of angst, guys.
It's the 2-year-old situation all over again.
Alright,
Whatever.
Oh, God.
I think Radical puts up with him because he helps optimize his deeps.
Well, obviously, if you're gonna be a shitty person and still do like amazing at your class.
Yep. All right, so you're creative. So your suggestions for Link to the Starting Adventure, you were doing research for our project and convinced the PCs to bring you along. You're looking for new markets for the result of your creative output. You fell in with the wrong crowd, but they grew on you. I'm sorry, I really like that.
I definitely feel it's similar to our first person, and that the wealthy person, I have the idea that if I stick with this group of people, I'll make a good amount of be able to get some rare drops of loot that would be important to
then here's the last one.
Darn.
A creative life is often one beset with financial hurdles. You joined the PCs because you'd hoped it'd be profitable.
Oh, totally. That is me. Hey, don't blame this awful game system where in order to get some of the best crafted materials, I have to be in a party and go actually do content.
All right, Carl.
What kind of MMO does that?
Almost all of them.
I know, I'm just messing.
All right, Carl, you're mystical, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so your links are very short. A dream guided you to this point. You need money to fund your studies. You believe the mission would be a great way to learn more about the supernatural, or various signs of importance led you to here. Which of those sounds interesting or something you want to go with?
I'm sorry?
Did you hear all four of the things I just listed off?
No. You
all right.
Cut off a bit.
All right. Let me try again. A dream guided you to this point. Or, you need money to fund your studies. Or, you believe this mission would be a great way to learn more about the supernatural. Or, various signs of importance led you here. Do any of those sound interesting?
I'm gonna say a dream.
Okay. All right. Leah.
Yes.
So you were exiled.
Yep.
All right. One of the other PCs earned your trust by helping you when you were in need. You are accompanying them to repay their aid. Or, while exploring on your own, you discovered something strange. When you traveled to a settlement, the PCs were the only ones who believed you, and they have accompanied to help you deal with the problem. Or one of the other PCs reminds you of someone you used to know. Or you have grown wary of your isolation, joined the other PCs to gives you a chance to belong.
Chance to belong.
Okay. Daw.
Shoosh.
I'm allowed to daw you all I want.
No, you aren't.
Daw.
No.
Anyways, Radical.
Hey.
Your character is brash. So, you noticed something weird going on, and without much thought, jumped in with both feet. Or you showed up when and where you did on a dare because, hey, you don't back down from dares. Or someone called you out, but instead of walking into a fight, you walked into your current situation. Or you told your friend that nothing could scare you, and nothing you saw would change your mind. They brought you to this current point.
I'm going to go with number 3.
Okay. So just for curiosity, what did they dare you?
They dared me to ditch my normal group of dedicated power gamers and people who spend their entire lives doing it and show that I'm really good by rolling with regular players.
That is magnificent.
You're here to basically go through the dungeon and make yourself look badass by being better than the rest of us.
That's right.
That is magnificent.
I was totally going to do number 1, but halfway through you saying it, I'm like, wait, no.
All right, so now we're going to look at your foci. These are going to give you some weird interactions with your area of focus and the other members of the group. So let's see, starting with Cody, who is idolized by minions. Millions, not minions.
Like, oh god, not another Minions movie.
Well, he has minions. That's the problem. They're not with him right now. They're watching his stream, so they're like remotely here, but they're not physically here.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a raid.
And obviously, what's a good off-brand for Twitch we can make up for what people view about?
Twat?
Well, obviously, if he's a streamer, what site does he stream on?
Right. Does the game have a
YouTube.
name?
YouTube.
What'd you say there, Rat?
Does the game have a name?
Infinite Realms.
Infinite Realms?
Yep.
I mean, Infinity Tube. But literally, it's Infinite Realms' streaming service.
All right. Here we are. I finally got to the right page. So, connection. Choose one of the following. Pick one other PC. You were childhood friends. As you got famous, they continued to live a normal life, and you worry that they resent you. Or pick a PC. That character knows you that though you're quick with a smile, as if you're having the time of your life, on the inside you feel empty and alone. Or that character once called. Or pick one other PC. That character once called you a narcissistic douche-copter on social media. You're not sure if it was a joke. I love these hooks. They are so fun.
I volunteer for that one.
Douche-copter.
Pick one other PC. The media thinks that you and that character have a secret relationship and use any pretext to revisit the story and give it new life.
God!
Well,
Oh, that was
Good!
funny too.
Oh, any feedback, guys?
AKA shipping before
well,
the
like which one of these are you looking toward, and then figure out a character for it? I guess because you want to. I mean, is this a thing where you're supposed to pick it without the other character's permission, like your full character?
I think you can you have the final say on these things, but I think you need to work with everyone else to.
I mean, it's entirely possible that my character is active on social media and is kind of a condescending jerk.
Narcissistic douche-copter, though, man.
Yeah. Well, he could potentially be the kind of person that feels that way about that.
Yeah, it's up to
Then
Cody.
we wind up in the same group.
Well,
Yeah,
as a
that
high-level
sounds good.
crafter,
That
you
sounds
can
good.
obviously know my character, and we could purely have a platonic/business relationship. What people think we're in a relationship
Because you're constantly talking about him on stream, maybe? Them on stream?
I'm like, oh, you got me these great new materials from the new raid the other day.
Exactly.
I like the douche chop.
Yeah, the douche copter is pretty funny. That's hard to argue.
Douche copter is fantastic.
That's a phrase no one ever said before.
Douche copter. Yeah, normally, well, this is the future, so we've moved on. We've upgraded from douche canoes.
Whoa!
You never heard douche canoe?
What is
No!
that?
No!
Thing?
You haven't? That's a thing.
What is douche canoe?
That's a lot of douche.
Like,
Anyways, okay.
I am compulsive.
Okay, anyway,
What is
who wants to
going
have
on?
insulted this guy? I volunteer.
I
But
think
anybody
you
else?
should,
I also
because you're
volunteer.
probably
I
a
volunteer. I would definitely go for that.
Okay, so the power gamer's going to be the one to.
All right.
Because I
That
got all
would
the
make sense.
attention.
We have a
And
celebrity.
he does all the hard work, so he code music.
That's right. That's right.
I got Deuce Canoe now stuck in my head.
That sounds
So
painful.
I'm guessing Radical's like jealous that he is the streamer and like got all these views, even though he sucks at the game. It's
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
probably
gonna
something
suck at
like
this
that.
game. By the way,
Right.
guys.
All
Right,
right.
yeah, it's probably something like that. Is that like, especially if we're in a party together, I'm like, I can't believe you're getting more views than I am. I'm the one who knows how to play.
All right. So,
Yeah, we gotta have that rivalry.
all right, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to skip over the pick one other PC unless it's something different. So all of these are going to apply. You're picking another PC unless it's a specific situation.
All right.
Number 1. You have trained with this character so much that if the two of you stand back to back in a fight, you gain a +1 bonus to speed defense rolls. Or, The character always seems to inadvertently foil your actions, or at least make them more difficult. If they are within immediate range, the difficulty of any action related to this focus is increased one step. Or, if you recently had a weapon go missing and you're becoming convinced that this character took it, whether or not they did is up to them. Or, you used to dislike this character immensely, but as you got to know them, you're growing fond of them against your better judgment.
Ooh, I'm thinking neither the first two, because I'm like, no, I still don't like any of you. Let's see. I'm thinking if I do the first one, it's going to be Radical's character. If I do the second one, it's going to be Jane's character.
Right. Well, I will say, do spread around a little bit. We don't want to have somebody who doesn't have one of these. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll do the second one for Jane's character.
Okay.
Oh, what was the second one there?
This, you always seem to have inadvertently foil Lee's actions, or at least make them more difficult.
Oh, that's hilarious!
So if you're within immediate range of Lee, the difficulty of any action where they're wielding two weapons at once is increased by one step.
Oh my god, what? That's hilarious for roleplay, but my god, why did you pick that disability? So
Well,
I like
to be
that
fair-
what is, and I'm like, oh, I gotta try out this new little gizmo.
So many magnets!
And then that fires and squirts with eye.
You know, I like to think you just use so many magnets and his weapons are all ferrous iron.
Hey, this is an MMO. It shouldn't have to have that logic. Oh,
Fair enough. It's magnets, man. How do they work?
well, obviously.
Alright, so builds
The
robots.
famous Magic and
We're up to
comics.
Jane. Alright. You know, if I was smart, I would have done these in actually alphabetical order, so I don't have to keep flipping between pages.
Right. Well, I have my page open, so
Yeah.
if you need me to read mine when the time comes.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Alright, yeah. So, Jane, here are your options. Your robotic artificial assistant will take commands from that character as well as you. You created a robot companion for that character, but it promptly tried to kill them, so it had to be destroyed. You're not sure what went
That could
wrong.
totally fit with Dustin!
You are certain that character is secretly an artificial entity, even if they deny it. Or you created a robotic cat-like entity for that character that sometimes shows up but is usually absent, pursuing vermin. So, do you want to have
a robotic what entity?
cat-like, basically a RoboCat?
Oh!
So yeah,
So those
your-
are my options.
yep, those are
Well,
your
the one
options.
I'm debating on is I might be tempted to say Radical is obviously an AI because there's no way a human player could play that well.
I am not botting. You take that back. Please take that back. I don't want that on this Juicecopter stream that you think I'm a botter. You know how easy to get banned in this game? Not that easy, but I don't want it.
Or my other thought was that maybe I could have given Leah's character, knowing she's played by Monte. Obviously, this cat
Yes.
does not deal with Monte. Just toss away Monte.
Honestly, if some of these, like, if you want to say they're more than one is true, I'm more than welcome for you to say, especially if they're just roleplay ones.
Well, God, there's several of those. Like, I think part of Dustin's bias against my character might have to be because I gave him a reply thing, but it just did not work out. And it does. Yeah. I'm sorry. I thought I had a higher crafting level when I made that. I didn't know there was that high of a misfire chance.
Okay, so I think we have some ideas. I'm pretty sure that those three all happened. You're certain that that Red's botting. You made the cat for Titania, and Lee. A robot tried to kill Lee, and the Viper. Let's just go with Viper for your character screen name, because I'm not going to be able to pronounce the first word. So, all right, Carl.
Yes.
You command mental powers. So,
Yes.
All right, so all of yours are, as usual, pick another PC, but you have found that this character is particularly tuned to your mental powers. When you're within short range of them, the two of you are always in telepathic contact and is never harmed by your psychic burst. Or, this character is what you might call a loud thinker, and her thoughts sometimes come through to you when you are within short range, even when you're not using your mind-reading ability. You can't seem to turn this off. Whether you tell them or not is up to you. For some reason, this character seems to act as an antenna for your mental powers. If the two of you are touching, your telepathic and mind-reading abilities sometimes extend to long range. Or, your close mentor or teacher once used mind control on this character and forced them to do something against their will. To this day, you haven't talked about it, but you're both intensely aware of the connection.
So, either antenna...
Please do the second one for me. Just hear all my angst.
Crawling in my skin. He's rude. Hey, I can hear you rooting from over here. Bro, can you stop
Let
it?
the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
God, you please! I can hear your music from your head. Can you turn that down a bit? Jesus! Oh, can you hear from over here? Fucking hell, man! Oh,
Look, I have a theme song when I kick ass.
Okay, so are you going with...
And I'm always kicking ass, so...
yeah, I'm gonna do that with Dustin's character.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty sure that Viper and Leslos are kind of the hero Lancer, and I'm not sure which one is which.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to pull up a PDF for Leah's here. Expanded Worlds. Because hers was a one because she specifically wanted to play a Fae character, and there's a bunch of them in the Expanded Worlds book, so I let her have the stuff that's under the fairy tale theme. So, all right, here are your connections. All right.
Yes.
Okay, all of yours are
from that SAO part.
You have a strong emotional connection to this character, and when within their presence, you can choose to radiate light from your palms. Or choose a character. They are allergic to moths, and occasionally your presence leaves them feeling congested and itchy-eyed, increasing the difficulty of their defense actions by one step while standing next to you. Or this character once ran into you while you were running away from something. You stopped them just by being in the wrong place at the wrong time, but they seem to hold it against you. Or, every so often, you're sure you see moths following this character. Which of those sounds fun?
I'm gonna go with allergic to moths.
Who in the group is allergic to moths?
Who wants to be allergic to moths?
I'm just gonna stay silent, even though it kind of makes sense for my character. But I already have something that like decreases
Actually, I
my.
want to say Cody.
Oh, God.
I think it would be funny if like either the power gamer or the streamer was allergic to moths.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of a cool little comedic effect that,
Yeah.
oh, hey, the streamer, and this doesn't happen all the time, it just seems to happen occasionally. It's like, basically, when I try to do a GM intrusion kind of thing. Which I will explain after we...
Funny way you go like, okay, I'm a badass power gamer and or streamer, but then I get really embarrassed when all of a sudden moths come up and I just fail.
So... But like I say, it's up to you. You get last call on these as well, because it's involving your character.
I think I'm gonna go with Cody.
I was directing that at Cody, because I think you want, if you want to,
yeah.
Cody has to be okay with it, though.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Awesome.
I can scream, moths!
Yes.
I don't know, I kind of like the underreaction there, too. It's like, oh, great. Moths.
Oh, great.
Again.
I'm a streamer. I have to be loud.
Yeah, he has to PewDiePie it.
Fair enough.
Now the real question there is, because I'm basically a moth fae, is he also allergic to me?
Like I say, it's a Radical, you have your list. You want to read them off, or I'm trying to flip to the page. Oh, found it. Never mind. All right. Your options. This character shows potential in the use of your weapon. You would like to train them, but you're not necessarily qualified to teach. That's up to you, and they might not be interested. That's up to them. Or, if they are within immediate range when you're in a fight, sometimes they help and sometimes they hurt. 50% chance either way, determined per fight. When they help, they gain a +1 to all attack rolls. When they hinder, suffer a -1 penalty to all attack rolls. Or, pick another character. You once saved their life and they clearly feel indebted to you. You wish they didn't. It's all just part of the job. Or, pick this person recently mocked your combat stance. How you deal with this, if at all, is up to you. I'm not... sorry. So which of those sounds...
I'm sorry. Okay. So, we've been trying to spread these around. Who has
Hold
not
on,
been
guys.
picked
You're
for
right.
one yet?
Technically...
Carl hasn't been picked for...
Who?
Carl?
Carl?
The
Yeah.
mystical...
As in
Mistco.
Carl Mistco?
That's
As
the
in
character.
Carl the... what's Carl's character? What's your character again?
The mystical adept who commands mental powers.
Okay. Mental powers.
I think the help and hinder one could probably work for that. Like, he could be your Otacon kind of thing. Like, or your Navi. Hey, listen.
Yeah, the thing about that one is it's got a big mechanical benefit, but I don't know what it means, like, roleplay wise. When they're within a fight, they help. Sometimes they hurt. That's like, but
Like,
why?
I'm just thinking they're like feeding you information as you fight. Like, sometimes that information's wrong.
Right, or you like are trying to give me information. It's the wrong information.
Yeah, or like it
Hey,
might
there are
be
3
just
people
distracting.
behind you. I know there are 3 people behind me. It doesn't matter if there are 3 people behind me. I'm busy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we can do that. Sure.
Okay. So yeah, so make sure to kind of note this somewhere in your character stuff, just
Oh yeah. Hold on.
especially
Yeah,
if you have one that does mechanical stuff.
Right.
So yeah, so while you guys are kind of jotting that down, I'm going to quick go over some other things here on the...
Jane, what was your username?
What?
What was Jane's username?
Ariana, the character name was Ariana Thigh.
Okay.
So there wasn't a real name, I believe.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to write it down in character.
Okay. So yes. So I'm going to quick go over the GM intrusion and XP mechanics here. Now, normally XP is used to buy advancements and used to buy other stuff. However, my personal taste is I prefer to have advancement be on a fixed track and not tied to random events in games. So I treat XP more like fate points than I do as actual XP, because there's already mechanics like that. So most of the time you get XP. I can award you XP for like good role playing, finding discoveries, and yada yada. And lastly, what's called a GM intrusion. Basically, at any point, I can offer one of you guys a GM intrusion, which you can either accept or spend an experience to deny. If you accept it, whatever I describe happens, and you get 1 XP, and you give 1 XP to another player of your choosing. So that way it kind of helps spread it around, even if they're not necessarily being directly affected by that. In addition, anytime you guys roll a 1, I get a free GM intrusion without having to give you XP. But brings us to the other things you can use experience for. The most common one is you can spend 1 experience to reroll the die. You can use it to 2 XP to basically do a short-term kind of retcon kind of thing, where it's like, oh hey, I have conveniently this or this kind of thing, and you can and I may have a longer-reaching one it may cost you 3 XP.
Okay.
Last thing, because you're not having to spend XP on advancement. I'm adding as a house rule another thing you can do, which basically you can jury rig either a focus ability or a Cypher to do something related to what its main focus by spending an XP. So if you have a Cypher that fires a laser, and you want to say make it so it explodes instead, you could spend an XP and just do it. So all this info is also in the cheat sheet. Lastly, I have some ciphers to hand out to you guys.
Yay.
So before I tell you what these are, because I'm going to give you these in preset pack, and in game terms, they're account bound, so you can't trade them between you, but you can still use them just to kind of keep.
Okay,
so all right. So I am going to roll a d. Could someone roll a d6 for me?
I can do.
Because we're already in game, and I feel like embracing the spirit of not rolling. All right, Cody. Pick a letter A through F.
F.
All right. Your 2 ciphers that you start off with are a level 2 density module, which when you use it, adds +2 damage to your attack as your weapons suddenly become heavier just before they hit the target. For melee weapons. And you find a level 2 curse bringer, which I have to read the entire description of because this one's a little complicated. The curse bringer can be activated when given to an individual who doesn't realize its significance. The next time the victim attempts an important task when the cipher is in their possession, the difficulty of the task is modified by 3 steps to her detriment. Basically, you basically give it to someone who doesn't know what it does, and it can randomly just curse them to make them have basically a -9 to their roll at a crucial moment. So those are yours. I will be, once everyone has picked their packs, I will be sharing the documents so you guys can kind of look this stuff up.
Okay.
All right. So going down the list, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
A through E. You may pick one of the packs.
Let's go with D.
All right. You have a level 7 Age Taker. Removes up to 21 years of age from your account to a minimum of 23 years of age hold.
Okay.
And an Armor Reinforcer. You gain bonus armor based on a D6 roll for the day.
Nice.
All right. Jane. A, B, C, or
right.
E?
E, obviously.
All right. You got an Adhesion Clamps, level 4. You can climb any surface, including horizontal ones, for 20 minutes. And you have a Condition Remover that removes chapped lips.
Removes chapped lips?
They're not all winners.
Removes chapped lips.
You got a really good lip
Actually, I
balm.
wouldn't mind that.
Oh, well, obviously, I'm trying to fasten this one into a form of lip balm. Hey, cosmetic toys can totally sell.
Hey, that thing's like $50 in the cash shop.
Too bad it's account bound.
That's the problem. Freaking
All right.
game developers need to fix this whole account bound thing on toys. I could have made a killing with this item.
At least it's not random character creation SAO.
All right.
What?
One of the games in Sword Art has like random character generation.
Yeah.
Just like made me pull my
So you
hair
said
out.
20 minutes for that basically spider climb?
Yep. And like I say, once everyone has picked their packs, I'm going to share the handout, which will have the info I'm reading from RA in it. So, all right, Carl, ABC.
V.
All right, you got an level 10 Enduring Shield. Gives you an asset on defense for the day. And a level 3 Blackout,
Okay.
which cuts out all senses from the immediate area. The levels are important in case other people try to overcome them.
Oh, yeah, what were my things levels?
You said level 10 Enduring Shield?
Yep.
And what?
A level 3 Blackout, which cuts out external senses from your current area.
I'll just wait for the
Doc, yeah,
whatever.
Yep. All right, hun. A or C?
Yep. C.
All right, you have an effect resistance, which I did not write down what it did.
It resists effects.
Really?
I mean, is that what the rules text says?
I don't think so. It's provide a chance for additional resistance to directly damaging effects of all kinds, such as fire, lightning, and the like, for a day. It does not provide resistance to blunt force, slashing, or piercing attacks. If the level
elemental resistance.
If the level of the effect is less than or equal to the level of the Cypher, the user gains an additional defense roll to avoid it. Make a successful defense roll to attack if the user succeeds their regular defense roll. Basically, you can roll twice to defend against elemental effects with that for the day. And that is a level... Okay. Could someone roll a d6 for me on that? I apparently forgot to finish writing this one in. It's a level 4 effect resistance. So any creature at level 4 or less, you get 2 defense rolls if they use elemental effects.
Alrighty.
And you got a level 2 comprehension, which permanently gives you a language, you know.
Yay.
So, alright.
I now speak Pig Latin.
And Radical. You got...
Hi, I'm gonna pick A.
Are you sure?
I mean...
A is obviously the best. Except if it's S.
I mean... I guess I just don't see any way around it, so I gotta go with A.
Alright, A. You have an Analeptic 4, level 4, which heals 4 speed from your speed pool.
Yeah, alright.
And a level 7 Farsight. For 10 minutes, remotely observe a location you were previously.
Okay. 7, and then Analeptic.
Oh, that'd be so good for snipers positioning.
Level 4
Although,
Analeptic, which
for meta knowledge, I would love to know who are the creators of this game, so I know who to curse for these find on account thing.
That's the thing.
I thought you meant the Cypher games. I was like Monte Cook, and I was like, oh, for your account.
Cook Monte.
Yeah, for the in-game, they were making up stuff.
It is actually unknown.
Oh god damn it, not another one!
Let me guess, this one's either crazy or a rapist too.
I mean, what's the odds of that
I just
happening?
watched it last night, and I'm very bitter still.
Which what?
Yeah, me and Dustin are starting on
Why?
season 2.
I used to
Or
watch
technically the second part of Sword Art.
Because I am stubborn, and I will not let this anime beat me.
You all letting it beat you.
Yeah, that might be a better way to put it.
All right. So yes, with those, like I say, you guys should see the Cypher list in your handouts now.
Okay.
So you can look at my document. It's the Cypher name plus the level, then the page number. It is in the rulebook PDF, and then the quick description I wrote down.
Okay.
So, but we are beginning here. So, it's fine. I have to do a screen transition and make sure everything fits correctly.
All right. Hey, look at that. We're fucking. Where are we? Is this Hilo Castle?
Could I trade places with someone else so I'm not next to Aurora?
That is not the order. Is irrelevant of the thing. That's just the.
Okay.
You're not actually next to each other by being on the screen like that.
Yeah, I'd probably be walking alone somewhere.
So yeah, but you guys are actually at the entrance to this fantasy looking nexus. The person escorting you through here is a man in a immaculate black suit with black tie, black vest, black slacks.
All right, so give us a moment before we officially do this. So give us a little bit of backstory of what we know right now. Why were we called here?
Well, right now you're doing what's called a nexus raid, where these kind of nexuses are kind of overlapping points between realms that typically have pretty good loot and such. A lot of them are actually player created and such, and then the game populates them with loot drops based on what the creation is.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
The less frequently it gets visited, the more likely you are to get rarer loot drops from. So a few people kind of find the location of some hard to reach ones and only allow a select clientele. So that's why oftentimes you have a person who is there just acting as a guide or to show you where it is, and they work with you guys to do the raid, and in exchange they get the rare drops, but they keep the location a secret, so it's kind of like one of those kind of things. So yeah, you're at the midst of this one. He said you were this person whose account name is Judas666. Because this guy is about as subtle as a ton of bricks. He is wearing
obviously the most trustworthy fellow.
He is wearing all black,
But of course.
immaculate suit. He's wearing red tinted sunglasses, slick black blonde hair, and when he smiles, you notice he clearly has pointy teeth on his enlarged canines. Like, this guy is
Obviously,
just...
he paid for that upgrade pack.
Yeah. He says he's from an urban fantasy, and you can tell he's clearly trying to be a demon. And he has no idea of the term of subtlety. This guy is like going to a vampire LARP, and a guy starts going, blah, blah, I want to suck your blood.
Well, obviously, that is the most subtle of acting.
But you're standing at the large towering gates of this castle. Your group finally got all here after receiving his invite sent to you. He's just kind of hands in his pocket, kind of just smiling. Can't see his eyes, which you guys are probably thinking, because it could be because you're willing to bet that they're either like tawny, like they're probably either going to be slit, like golden slit eyes, or just pure black, and you don't want to know how far this guy went.
You're right, guys.
And so
I did my roll for my armor.
Okay, so you activated that cipher going into this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since it's a per day thing.
Yep.
So is this just us players right now?
Yep. Basically, you're in the middle of an instance dungeon, effectively. For those
I obviously have one of my mechanical buddies with me.
Yep.
I'm going to run up ahead without everyone.
The door hasn't been opened yet.
I'm going to check if my stream is still on.
Yep. No, your chat is live and active.
Good. Hey, octopies, we're about to enter this dungeon. So, get ready
Oh god,
for some action.
octopies. Ugh.
That is amazing. That is beautiful.
Your viewers octopies?
Well, because octopus eating shark, the shark eats octopies.
Ah.
It is magnificent.
What? But okay. I misinterpreted octopus eating shark. Okie dokie.
At least that's how I interpreted it.
I always interpreted octopus eating shark as in it's a picture of an octopus eating a shark. But the other way probably makes more sense.
Actually, there is documentary stuff of octopuses eating sharks.
Oh,
yeah.
really? Okay, then there we
Yeah,
go.
like Super Octopus versus Mega Shark, right? I don't remember what it was, but there was actually one of those B sci-fi movies that was a shark versus
how far in the future this is. It might be a documentary.
But yeah, so he you see him Judas in front of you is just smiling and is like, "All right, gang's all here." He is clearly, his voice is not actually that gravelly, he is just trying to be that gravelly.
Well, obviously, good role play. Duh, obviously.
So, this one
So you.
just is a brand new Nexus, and brand new ones, choices of loot. So, but I didn't want this
excellent. As long as any sort of good quality new crafting materials, that's my loot. You guys can keep weapons, armor, whatever. I'm just here to see if I can get some more.
Look, you'll get your mats, alright? I'm good for it. You can trust me, right? And he pauses for a moment as though he expects someone to laugh or accept that as a fact.
Well, the question is, what does the system look like in this game? I assume he's the party leader technically right now, so he would have the freedom to set up those options.
Okay, sorry, what'd you say? I didn't quite parse that.
Well, I'm assuming right now he's the party leader, so...
Before that, what was your question? What was your question? Sorry.
I was saying he is the party leader, I assume, so he would have control over all.
Yeah, we don't know what you're asking he has control over.
Yeah, what was it before?
I missed that part.
Loot, like he has control over how loot's distributed, etc.
Yeah, loot distributed by picking it up off the ground.
So first come, first serve.
So it's free for all loot. Ah, great. That's a risky thing.
Why are we playing this game again?
Because it is completely
the best game, hands down, no holds barred.
And you have to remember, this game is less gamey and more real life. Like you are in this moment. So it doesn't make sense for loot to magically get sorted to your inventory. It's literally just falls on the ground for you to grab. So, anyways, brand new one. Not quite sure what we'll find in there, but it seems to be level appropriate for our little motley crew here. He pauses again, hoping for a response.
Wait, what did he say?
Our little motley crew.
Before that.
So this is a new dungeon, so I'm not quite sure, but it should be level appropriate for our little motley crew.
Okay, my eyes rolled.
Lee gives no response.
Now, do I have any questions from you fine fellows before we start going in here?
All right.
Oh, you guys were talking? I was checking my chat.
Also, just curiosity, what kind of skills does everyone have? So that way I can, activate the proper battle mode on my robot to provide the best?
Well, I'm going to say your group has actually worked together for a bit before this. Like, you kind of know each other's abilities.
Well, then at a meta level, I need to know this.
Yeah. Well, you know that Viper is 2-weapon fighting, so in melee. You know that Less Loss uses magical magical rifles.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, yeah, like, let's just go over how everyone fights here, because some of the people who are less... Oh, you know that Misco 65 uses mental powers. Like, so he's a psychic build. He can make things explode and just whack someone in the mind.
Yep, I can do that. I can.
So,
we got So, another. So I assume this is one of those games that's not based on the triad of tank, healer, DPS.
Nope.
It's a little bit more open-ended than that.
Yep.
I mean, that didn't stop me from playing a DPS, but yeah.
Yeah, I imagine Cody's main contribution to the group is bankrolling.
Well, obviously, he's paying for the run, so obviously.
Yeah.
He gets it when equipped. And then takes credit for when...
And Titania... I imagine Titania... I'm not sure how you personally fight in combat, but I imagine in a party role you have been more of kind of... you're kind of the utility and with a bit of debuff. Does that sound right to you, hon?
Yeah.
Oh, how do you... And if you're directly in combat, like, do you use a weapon? What weapon would that be?
If I'm directly in combat, probably bow and arrow.
Okay. So yeah, you're
a
right.
lot of range at it, strangely. That makes my job a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I will program my robot to be on assist mode to help keep us all healthy, and I'll just go up and help smack a little bit.
And as for myself, here Judah speaks up here and is like, my specialty is summoning guardians. He says with the most blatant air quotes around that word.
Do we actually have tanks? A tank for one?
They can assist here and there, but
wait, what?
Only if the price is right. Oh, what'd you say, Carl?
What kind of guardians we're talking? I ask.
Tough, big, meaty ones. All right, that's all you need to worry about.
Do we have someone who's pseudo tanky can hold aggro?
And I can't tell anything.
Just so I know who should be my primary focus for my robot.
Get your robot away from me.
Look, they're more for special occasions, you understand here.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Also, for those watching at home, can you tell that my players know more about MMOs than I personally do?
Oh my god, seriously. So you're running an MMO base.
I point out here, I specifically use things that were total immersion games, like Ready Player One. Dot Hack to a degree, but I've never actually fully watched that. It's more of what I think Dot Hack is versus what it actually is. And actually, it's more based on a book I read way back in high school. But anyways, neither here nor there. It's more or less I went with the story because it's an excuse to throw together a bunch of genres and stress test the system.
No, it's alright. We will happily offer advice on basic MMO structure and rules.
So, alright. anything else before we start running this little butte? He slams his hand on the door.
Also, I completely ignored Dustin's request to keep my robot away and set my primary uses to Dustin. So my robot will be primarily focused on keeping him away.
Alright. If no one has anything else they want to do, let us begin. He grabs a giant knocker on the big weathered door and knocks it, and the door starts creaking open. Before you lies...
Sorry. One last thing before we officially start. I was going to say, I think on a roleplay side, my robot looks like Wally.
Okay, cool. The doors creak open slowly and over-dramatically. Before you looks like a great hall. The windows are broken and battered, and faint beams of light go in to illuminate the room. It is covered with a thick layer of dust, and rotted tapestries hang from the walls. In front of you is a double set of staircases descending up to an open door on top of a foyer. Directly in front of you is a sealed and barricaded doorway. What do you guys do?
I'm going to go on ahead without everyone else.
All right. Is everyone else following behind Viper?
Yeah, I imagine I'm staying near the back because my character isn't as majorly combat focused. And since I have
So these are the first steps, Octopies. Let's go.
No, actually, I think I'm probably in the middle. I did say my style of combat is actually close range when I do actually have to do. Probably in the middle.
So yes, as the group, as the last person enters here, Viper's a bit ahead of Judas. Judas is kind of taking point as the quote-unquote party leader. And everything you guys kind of follow behind. But as the last person enters the doorway, the doors slam shut, shaking the entire room.
Oh boy.
And I need everyone except for Viper to give me a speed defense roll as the floor gives way underneath you.
Alright, well since it's the first time we're doing anything, tell me how I'm supposed to...
Alright, so this is going to be a difficulty 3 speed defense. You have to roll a 9 or better on a d20 to succeed. If you are trained in speed defense, you may reduce this by 1. By 1 difficulty to a 6.
Okay, so we're rolling a d20 plus...
Yep. If you click on any of the dice on your thing. In addition, though, if you feel like that's like 9 or 6, depending on how well you are at speed defenses, is a little too much, you can also choose to spend effort. By spending 3 points from your speed pool, minus any edge you have, you can reduce the difficulty a step. So if you spend effort and you have you're not trained in speed defense, you could try to roll a 6 or better.
What's happening?
Wow.
Got distracted.
Oh.
Did I do the roll correctly?
Yep. You did the roll correctly, unfortunately. Yeah.
Right, I don't have the... I don't have any things done. I have speed defense without armor because I have.
If you don't have anything, there is on your in your guys' character sheets on the underneath your pools and such, there's a little die icon next to each of your pools. You can just click that to roll a generic roll.
And
roll that, but okay.
Oh.
All right, I dodge it. Also, I'm trained in this.
do I dodge it or no?
Well, what you should do is just Spider-Man.
All right. So we're still Cody. We're still waiting on your roll here.
What am I rolling?
If you have anything that says speed defense, click that. Otherwise, just click the die icon next to your speed pool.
Let's see, speed defense.
Yeah, I don't believe you have any, so just the normal.
Alright, so everyone except for Radical is falling down to the basement below. Radical, you managed to leap and land and you actually managed to land on one of the window ledges, giving you a nice, safe vantage point of the entire room. Because you apparently have some crazy jumping skill or something. I don't know.
He put like a lot of points into jump.
No, I could tell where it was going. Come on, guys.
Yeah. Unfortunately, both Ariana and Titania did not kind of boff their landing. And so you guys both take 2 might damage. So your might goes down by 2. So, which I can reflect on the user interface. Do either of you wear armor? I don't think so.
Nope. I don't believe so.
Okay, so yeah, so as the dust clears, the 4 of you in the lower level hear a sniffling, wuffling sound as 3 giant rats come crawling out of the darkness around you.
Ah!
Oh.
And that triggers a combat, actually. So everyone should have initiative on their thing. So go ahead and give me that roll.
Initiative.
Yeah, it's under speed skill.
Actually, I don't really need the turn. We're going to be doing this loose because this game is basically the only question is whether who you're acting before, whether you act before or after each enemy, so the enemy groups. So
I'm probably going to continually be moving ahead. So
Where is the?
You still need to roll initiative for Viper. All right.
Initiative.
It should be under your speed skills in the center column.
Okay. Speed.
It's near the top.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
All right. So Titania.
Yep.
You rolled a 1.
Yeah.
Your dice are not kind to you tonight.
No, they're not.
So what I'm gonna
fall and take might damage. She also landed on her butt.
Well, no. What I'm going to say is the reason you're acting so slow in combat is your leg right now is wedged between some of the fallen debris, and you can't move right now.
Okay.
I thought when you said leg, I was like, oh, she's lagging. Okay.
All right.
Also, one minor curious question for the roleplay / MMO theme. What is the penalty for death in this game?
Death.
Yeah, it's not that point. There is normally a respawn thing. It just, it's you lose any new drops, and basically once you hit a checkpoint, your stuff kind of gets backed up. But if you die before returning to a checkpoint, you lose anything new you would have acquired.
Oh,
okay.
So it's kind of that. Okay.
So yeah. So, what is everyone doing other than Titania before the rats act?
I'm
moving on ahead.
Getting ready to shoot.
All right. Because of your excellent position, you have an asset to your attack rolls.
Okay.
So, it's basically you guys can kind of act in any order. So, if you want to take a shot at one of them, go ahead and give me a speed attack roll. Against difficulty 3.
Wait, if you what?
if you want to attack one of them, give me a speed attack roll.
Oh, absolutely. Hold on.
It would normally be against difficulty 3, so you have to roll a 9 or better. But because of your positioning, you have an asset, so it's actually 2 or better.
Right. I think I am
6 or better. Sorry.
Hold on. I have a high quality weapon of my choice. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? Just a nice weapon?
Yeah.
Nothing specific. Okay.
Yeah, and you can just tell me what weight, because the heavier the weapon is, the more damage it does, and just the more hands it takes. So I'm probably going to guess your rifles are heavy weapons.
It's true. I'm going to go ahead and shoot a rat.
All right.
Hold on. What do I click for that? Where is that? I did not put it under my attacks. Awesome. Hold on.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. That's
rifle skilled. Do I start as trained or untrained on it?
You start off as untrained. Attacks typically don't get trained until second level, second tier.
Okay. Okay then. So the damage is what?
6. But for you, it's 7.
6. I get 7 for my weapon master. So, chew. Nope. That didn't work so well. I think I'm falling back down to the ground floor.
Oh, wow. Okay. I probably should have given you guys some XP to start with.
Probably.
Too late.
Yep. Hindsight. So yeah, so
2020.
you're
Fall into my death.
so you line up the shot. It's gonna be just a clear shot through this thing, and suddenly the platform you're on gives way, and you find yourself sliding back down to the floor, and you land in front of one of the other the rats there.
Great. All right then.
All right. So who else? Anyone? Let's just go down the. Ariana, what are you doing?
Our one team member is trapped under rubble, and I know that her skills are a little bit better in combat than mine. So I would like to use my action to kind of go with my companion to see if we can free her.
All right. Give me a level 2 might check.
All right. How do I do that?
So you're going to be rolling a might check. If you have bonuses to lifting heavy things, that would apply. And you beat a difficulty 2. So, yeah, notice how on the roll it tells you what difficulty it beats. That's the big thing.
Okay.
So
even though I'm a tiny gnome, me and my robot buddy.
Yeah, you managed to. Oh, yeah, I forgot about your robot. Your robot totally would have been an asset on that. So that would you'd only fail on a 1 or a 2. So yeah, you managed to unpin Titania from the rubble, so. Carl, what are you doing?
Oh boy. So, who's rubbled again?
Titania was the only one rubbled, and she's now free.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still rats around.
Yep, they're coming at you from all sides, and you just saw that your sniper has fell down to your level as well.
Oh, I'm curious. Are these just giant rats or like giant dire rats or something?
They're video game giant rats.
Rodents of unusual size. I don't.
Yeah,
they're not. Are they were rats?
No, they're just giant rats. They're RUSs.
I don't seem to this dungeon.
I don't believe in those.
Those
don't exist.
All right. Well.
So.
And like I say, you have your abilities, but you can also just say you want to do something, and I can figure out how it works.
I am thinking of attempting to either pick up one of and throw it on top of another one, or do some sort of psychic blast.
Well, you do have your onslaught ability, which is basically a psychic blast.
Oh, that's right. Those abilities.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh fuck. So yeah. Okay, hold on. That's right. Now I'm just checking out chatter, right? What? Nah, okay. I'm gonna use onslaught.
Okay. So I assume assume your onslaughts are only the mental version because that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So make an attack roll against one of the giant rats.
Attack roll or
Yep, intellect attack roll.
I'm gonna just roll a normal intellect. 4.
All right, yeah. You can't seem to find the mind of this creature to really inflict wounds on it, so it just kind of it is unfazed by in its dim-witted nature. All right, so we've done less. Okay, I probably should actually use the initiative tracker for this because it's easier to track that. Or I could do what I was supposed to do and just kind of click. All right, so what's Octashark doing?
Let's see. What can I do? What weapon do I have, Dustin?
I forgot to give you a weapon. What weapon do you want?
So yeah, you're a speaker, so you're trained in light weapons.
Is a mace light weapon?
It could be
a light weapon.
Could be a club.
Okay, a club.
All right. You have a blackjack. Let's just call it that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure like what class you would have been because you're such a non combat thing. So I was like,
oh my god, my skills.
Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna go up to a rat and smack him in the back of the head.
I just picture you say, "All right, let's see how this works. I got my blackjack. There's a rat over there. Let's see how this goes." And you just you have a little. I imagine there's just like a viewport, like drone or something that is your actual camera thing, and you run up to the rat, swinging your blackjack at it, and go ahead and roll your might or speed attack.
Oh, it's bad as my speed. So I just roll speed?
Yep. If you want to make it easier, you can spend effort, but you hit it fine. You deal 2 damage to I'm just going to say the first rat.
Yeah! Oh! Monkey Laser just donated $5. Thank you.
So yeah. Alright, so what's Viper doing right now?
He's going ahead in the dungeon.
Alright, so he gets up to the staircases, and, well, he tries to.
Nope. Okay.
There's an invisible wall there. Apparently this was meant to be just a cosmetic thing, and the actual way forward is down in the pit. They didn't think anyone would actually get around it or ignore the pit, so they just put the very lazy stuff in there.
All right, then. I guess I will head back.
So yeah, it's going to be your turn for this point right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'll be the cavalry later.
All right, everyone else has acted the rats. So first rat. He does not like being bit by being hit with a blackjack, so he just hisses at you and lunges for the bite. Give me a speed defense, Octashark.
A speed defense.
Yep. Difficulty 3. So 9 or better.
Where's my defense speed?
If you don't have anything that specifically says it, just roll a generic speed test.
Oh, okay.
Alright, you nimbly dodge out of the way.
Yay!
Alright, The second rat is the one that I'm going to say the one that less loss is fallen under. Just kind of looks, scutters back as he slides down, but realizing there is prone meat in front of him, lunges forward to bite at him. Yep. Give me a speed defense.
Okay.
Difficulty 3, so target number of 9.
Oh, hold on. Dang it. It's another thing I gotta roll, because I'm trained with it. Alright, I'm just gonna roll speed.
Yeah. In a graceful motion, you dodge out of the way and get yourself into a more of a crouch position versus lying on the ground.
That's right.
The last rat is going to target.
Roll.
Let's see. It's actually going to go for Titania. Going to rush forward at Titania because sorry, names. Ariana just barely gets the rubble off Titania before it gets up in the face. So Titania, can you give me a speed defense roll?
Yep. There you go.
Dice really hate you today.
Oh my goodness, they do.
Yeah. They really do.
Sorry?
The rats and claws dig into you as you take 4 might damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a might defense roll for me.
Okay.
Oh no, you got rabies.
This is a level 4 check. So if you want to spend some 3, you're fine.
Okay, finally.
Speaking of finally, Titania, what are you doing now?
Let me see.
Oh, and everyone hears you see a tunnel off going deeper into the castle complex. You hear some yelling and screaming of various high-pitched voices.
Are they homogeneous voices? No, you said various.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's see. I'm probably gonna attack. There we go. I'll use my actions.
All right. So you charge your. Did you ever say what weapon you were? Oh yeah, your bow. So your bow starts crackling with electricity here. So you spend 1 point you lose 1 point of intellect to activate that.
Okay.
Because
I just want to mention I like the little life bars you have on the stream.
Oh, the fact that the symbols lose their color as you get reduced. Yeah, no, I'm So, all right. So, yep, you are charged. So I'm gonna just put a little symbol on you. There should be a little lightning symbol somewhere. I just saw it. Oh, there it is. The lightning symbol right in the first row. Ooh, I really like how that looks. I'm really going to reuse this whole setup for other games, I think. It's just at least for ones that are gridless. Alright, so soon you see the source of the screaming coming running by as a bunch of goblins run in through the room, run past you, and start scrambling up the open hole in the floor out of the building.
Crap, we got ads.
No, they're running past you. They're not paying attention to you.
Oh.
The goblins are running away.
And soon you see what they're running away from. 1 second here. Let me go to my overlay. Grab them. As each rat is pounced upon by a velociraptor.
Alright. Pretty cool, pretty cool.
That is way more like it.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Oh.
Alright, I'll keep
There you go.
Just rats. Alright, this dungeon has gone at least a point up on my voting system.
It's gone, Jurassic.
Suddenly dinosaurs. What about the cosmetic of this dungeon, by the way? So we just opened this door, we walked in, we fell down into a pit. Man, this is not a very organized dungeon. I'm curious about, like, what is the appearance of this place?
It looks like you're in a basement of like a basement room, like where you would normally be fighting rats in a stereotypical adventure.
Oh, that's why this sudden velociraptors and goblins is a little odd.
Well, this is a user-made level.
Of course, duh. I'll give some creativity points when we get out of here. I'll give them at least a star for this dungeon. Because I did not expect velociraptors.
No one expects the Spanish velociraptor. Clever girl.
Mm.
When they get a point, they're going to get a point.
Alright, so now I'm going to actually pull out the turn order. Because that's... Actually, no, I'm not. So,
Oh boy.
Alright, so let's see. Let me reassess your initiative rolls here, because... Velociraptors.
Yes.
Tend to be.
Actually, the initiative rolls do not change.
Okay.
We're in the same fight.
Yep. It's just now Velociraptors.
Mm-hmm.
7-winged velociraptors.
Octoshark.
How many of velociraptors are there,
Yeah.
by the way?
Basically, each one, there was 3 of them. Each one took out one of the rats.
Oh, wow.
So.
I guess that makes Star Jump easier and harder at the same time.
Well, I'm curious. I'm curious if it's a mechanic to this dungeon that they were supposed to eat the rat. Or was this just an oversight in their designing of this instance?
I'm just reading the ability. That's why I'm taking it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is...
Did you guys really want to fall down into a dungeon and fight a bunch of rats? Think of it. Think of the novelty. Now we're fighting an awesome raptor.
Yeah, I'll admit that's why I'm at least going to give this dungeon a point for once we get out of it and use
Okay,
the
I'm just gonna
voting.
smack.
The important
the
part is
rat.
whether
I
or
need to
not
go up to
it's
the rapper
whether or not it's going to be a good fight or not.
Oh, of course. But as I said, of course, we got to balance the voting system off everything else about the dungeon. But I am going to at least give them a point for the velociraptors. That was unexpected.
Pulling
So
back
it is
the GM curtain here, I was looking for the stat blocks trying to figure out what you guys were going to fight in here. I just saw that they had the Deinonychus or Velociraptor stat block. And I just I have to put these in.
You decided to put it in because of me, didn't you?
Partially.
Well, dinosaurs are cool. Duh.
So anyway, what is Octoshark doing?
I'm gonna try to go behind the raptor and smack it in the back of its head.
Okay, go ahead. Give me a. I was gonna say speed, but that works too. And you just smack it in the head, dealing 1 point of damage.
Wait, I thought I was second on the initiative. How come I've only done one?
I'm going left to right instead of it.
Okay.
It's just allows me to do the cool things pop up and pop down for whoever's turn it is.
Oh, I like it. Woo!
So what is Viper doing now that you hear suddenly the cry of Velociraptor?
Viper is going to jump down, bounce off the wall, and then attack 2 raptors while he's fallen.
Okay.
In the cool slash.
Oh yeah.
Basically an electric guitar slide.
All right. So the only 2 that are close enough, I'm going to say for that is the number 2 and 3.
Okay.
Because those ones had moved in a bit.
And because I have my edge points, I will use thrust on both of them.
Okay.
Which it's free for me because I have edge on both.
You still have to pay for, if you're using it twice, you have to pay for one of the use because edge is only once per action.
Okay, so yeah, I'll spend 1 point of my pool.
All right.
Oof.
Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, your target number, by the way, I should have said was a speed defense of 4.
Okay.
So, but, alright, so, do you want me to major effect? Oh, actually, because you roll a 20 on this, you get your point back.
Oh, awesome.
Because that's what 20s apparently do. That was a small rule I missed before.
Next.
But yeah, so the first one you are going to... Do you want a major effect or do you want just the damage?
Let's do a major effect.
Okay, so yeah, so the first one you just kind of... He's nomming on the thing and he crouched about to lunge forward at less loss. And you just kind of just slide by it, hamstringing it with one of your... using knives, I think, or swords or whatever.
Daggers, yeah.
Yeah, so you just kind of hamstring it as you're sliding by.
I need to upgrade my my thing to get actual swords.
Yeah. Let me check your focus here a second.
Nice idea, though.
Because that I need to figure out what you would typically get for a major effect. Yes, travels through time, aka the permaband. Alright, so you get to make a second attack at the other one immediately.
I will do that.
For your major effect.
Oof.
Okay. So yeah, but you definitely deal a solid chunk of damage there. Oh wait,
and
your
more
weapons...
importantly, I look badass doing it.
Actually, no, you don't deal solid chunk. Your weapons are light.
Oh yeah.
And you chose to get the effect.
I did use my thingy that makes the damage slightly better.
So that's another point of click there. Thank you. Yeah, both you and Cody have noted they seem to be a little more resistant to damage than they should be, so they definitely have some level of armor.
Okay.
Okay. Ariana.
Alright, so now that officially these velociraptors, I would like to analyze the raptors to see if there was any mechanical reason for why they spawned rats first, only to kill the raptors, or if that was purely cosmetic.
Alright,
or if there's some gimmicky game mechanic that's part of that.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna give this to you because it really doesn't impact anything.
Well, I have anything narrative is a skill I have as well.
Yeah. Well, I could say I'm gonna just give this to you because I don't think this really requires a roll. You just notice that when the rats disappear, they leave no drops.
Oh, okay, darn.
So
I'm just trying to see if it's a mechanic to the dungeon where, like, are there going to be more rats that spawn and we need to kill them, or what?
Well, what I'm saying is because the rats left no drops, you're probably pretty sure that actual threats in the dungeon will typically leave drops when they are defeated. So it's clearly that the rats are intended to die to the raptors and be kind of a bait and switch.
Yeah, this is a cutscene. Like,
alright. Oh, it's bait ducks. Okay. Alright then. Well, what I'm going to do then is using the power of my, I'm going to wield my wrench. I'm going to, like, hop on my robot. And we're just going to go charging towards the nearest raptor where I'm going to bash it in the face with my gnomish army knife.
Alright, so that would be Raptor 3 because you were helping Titania and that's the one that attacked the rat that... So, go ahead and roll your speed or might attack, whatever makes the most sense.
Well, I imagine in this case I'm doing a charge motion, basically.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, and just heads. Okay, you hit. What? How heavy is your weapon?
Well, it's kind of like I imagined. Since I said bash, I imagine like one of the main parts of it is like a monkey wrench, basically.
Okay. Well, so I'm saying
probably
because yeah, you can use light or medium weapons without penalty.
I don't know which one's better. But...
Light weapons deal less damage, but consider that they give you one step to your advantage to hit, whereas medium weapons deal a little bit more damage.
Well, I assume like the monkey wrench part is a medium weapon.
Okay.
So
yep, you deal.
Like I imagine if I used like say the cutting utensil or something else, that would be a light. Light.
Yep. So yeah, you deal a solid blow. Remember, Dustin, since you're using light weapons, the defense is one step in your advantage.
Okay.
It doesn't actually change what you rolled because you rolled pretty low both times, but
yeah.
All right. Misco, you have suddenly raptors.
Oh boy. Crap. What's around them, by the way?
There's a lot of debris and rubble from the floor collapsing in, and you can see some support trusses that look like they've been rotted away. And further on, past where the goblins had kind of run past you guys, you see there's a tunnel that leads deeper into the facility.
These raptors seem aggressive or hostile.
They just ate the rats, and they are baring their teeth, and you're in a video game dungeon.
So they're not Yoshi.
Yoshi! He's been killed by the Velociraptors. Now you must take revenge.
These Yoshis have had enough of being thrown off cliffs just to keep Mario alive.
I like the fact that you guys find a group of Velociraptors after falling down a trapdoor, effectively.
Oh my god, it's a Mario themed level!
Baby ball! These are zombie Yoshi. They've been experimented on, and they grown, and they got pissed. Oh no!
So I'm curious, Jim, what color are these raptors?
They are... None of them are blue, I will say that much.
None of them...
Aww!
Hun?
You want to kill Blue?
Well, I'm curious, what's the color palette that they choose?
Kind of that tawny green, brown color spectrum.
Alright, it's a very realistic color. Alright.
Yeah. Okay, so they look like Echo.
Sure.
Yeah.
They don't have feathers, obviously.
Yeah, no, these are video game dinosaurs.
Unscientific.
So the Jurassic Park dinosaurs.
Yep.
Come on, you still could have given them feathers. Come on, you bloody monsters. Keep it realistic.
So Carl,
Well, if
what
it
are
was
you
going
gonna
to be realistic, they would actually be closer to my character's size, considering I'm an elf.
Hey, I am using the Deinonychus stat block, not a Velociraptor stat block. So these are accurate. It's just
These are
everyone
medium
calls
size.
them.
Well, are they medium or small size creatures? Medium's usually what you would consider a human, while small would be.
I really don't know. It's you're asking normally I look at this they are like the Velociraptors you see in Jurassic Park.
All right, so medium.
Anyway, Carl.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Surrounded by rubble, I could do onslaught still. I could also do shatter. Or chaos. Just What's around the I have rocks rubble around me, right? Or
Yeah.
On trees. Could I throw like a rock at one of them and then shatter?
Yeah.
How does
Basically,
shatter work?
basically, it's an AOE damage attack. It just uses it shatters more. It's shattering something is more the fluff.
Yeah, so you could say like, "Oh, I just made an explosion between them." Like,
You cause a rift in the psychic plane.
I want to throw a rock. I want to throw a rock and just shatter, just make it explode.
Okay. Yeah, you should be able to hit 2 and 3 at the same time without hitting your
What are the rolls?
Okay. Make a intellect attack.
So check. 10.
You do not succeed. They managed to maneuver out of the way of the blast. Remember, also, I should mention another thing about levels of...
Jesus, I'm clever. Damn.
This also reminds me of another thing. Remember, you can spend effort to reduce difficulty before making your attack roll, or you can spend effort to add +3 damage to your next attack.
Right.
So, just a reminder. Less loss.
All right.
You have a velociraptor in your face.
Radical.
You're acting like that's a problem.
I think you're muted.
Oh, can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. I was muted.
Oh.
I said something to the effect of, "Oh, well, that's not very good. Am I able to shoot him in this kind of range? Do I need to make some kind of?"
Yeah, I can make you imagine you could just dramatically roll backwards and then line up a shot.
I'm fine with that.
You pull out a pistol and just go. You just got him.
Well, technically, if I pull out a pistol, I don't get my damage bonus. I need to use my rifle. It's important.
Ooh. Obviously, he has to top the DPS meters. It's not
All
like,
right.
you know...
So, yep, you...
Using...
So, yeah, I think
Go ahead.
2 was the one that was by you, I think. So, you take 6 points of damage. And it doesn't, as your shot runs him clean through. But,
All right.
But he's still standing.
Okay.
The shot goes clean through them, but as in it does a severe wound, but it's not a fatal one.
Okay then.
All right.
Okay then.
So Velociraptor 1 is going to find out about a Velociraptor eating an octopus eating a shark.
What?
What?
It's a velociraptor eating an octopus who's eating a shark.
What? I'm sorry, what? Am I here right, or?
Okay,
Either that or it's an octopus eating shark eating Velociraptor. Either way, Octoshark needs to make a speed defense as it tries to bite you.
oh no, that's the wrong one. I don't want that. I want this one.
If you want, it's going to be just a difficulty 3, and you can spend effort. Remember, you can spend effort.
He's already rolled.
Also, I have a minor question for everyone. It doesn't have to be major right now, but like, I'm curious, what's everyone's race in this game?
I am an wood elf.
I'm an octopus.
You literally are just an octopus person, or just an octopus.
Oh.
I'm
a
like some
moth
sci-fi game.
It's just like a Cthulhu hole with a shark.
Oh,
biting.
so you're an elephant? Isn't the right word for it?
So you're in a Cthulhu game, but instead of being human, you're the monster.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have octopus shark monstrosity. We have wood elf, gnome. What are you? Just normal human, Carl, or are you something else?
Something else. I'm not.
Alright. And we'll get back to you on that while you think about that. We have a moth fay. Do you have the little fuzzy antenna?
Yes.
Okay, those are adorable. And we okay, Leslos. Are you is Leslos human or
Leslos is human.
Okay.
You're the boring one.
You can't pass up the bonus feat, guys. Okay? You can't do it.
Hey! They got plenty of balancing out there.
I was suspecting that was going to be the answer because of that kind of stuff for sure.
Because 90% of RPGs, humans are OP.
I mean, how do you think that I cross-classed so well by having the magic skills and the modern soldier skills? It's the extra points from humans.
Yeah,
you need it for all the really intricate builds.
We probably should have gone over this at the beginning, but thank you for bringing that up, Jane.
Yeah, I just thought that would be a very roleplay fitting question.
All right, so
I actually have a picture of my character since I imported him from another game.
So yeah, Octoshark actually takes. Ooh, that's. All right. I gotta check his stat pools because I forgot to update those. But yeah, you take a not insignificant amount of. You take 4 might damage.
So yeah, you lower your might pool by 4.
And I'm gonna quick update your stuff here on the document so that everything is accurate. I'll make sure to update the file later. Okay. There we go. There we go. And you're not wearing armor, right?
Me? No, I'm not.
I was talking to Cody.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was me. Anyway.
Velociraptor number 2 is going at less loss. It jumps at you. Actually, wait. Back up. Velociraptor 1. Could Octoshark give me a
back, guys.
might defense, please?
Okay. Oh, did I have better might? No, I didn't.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
All right. So yeah.
Racially diverse.
So right now, you are bound in its jaws.
Ah! I mean, ah!
Oh god, it's eating me alive.
Oh no.
And while you're in its jaws, you're going to do anything but try to break free. It's going to be 2 steps harder for you.
Well, I'll try. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but just for now. So yeah, so the other Velociraptor is jumping at less loss. So I need a speed defense roll from him.
Remember, I am trained in this.
Yeah, you beat him down handily. You just he jumps at you and just kind of whack him back with the butt of your rifle.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, no.
Bad Velociraptor.
And Velociraptors.
And the last one is like, it decides it's also an insectivore and is going for Titania. So can you give me a speed defense against a difficulty 3?
Right.
Well, that's messed up.
What do you need me to roll?
Speed defense against a difficulty of 3.
Okay. Three.
Yep, that's a difficulty. That only beats difficulty 1. So this raptor is taking a bite out of you like McGuff takes a bite out of crime. You're going to take,
of course,
4 might.
And then Shaq comes back covered in entire
4 might damage.
Yep. It's a good thing you have prodigious amounts of might.
Yeah, because now I only have 4 left.
And I need you to give me a might defense roll as well.
Okay. 6.
You are also caught in the jaws.
Yay!
For right now.
Do I have to do everything myself?
Oh, don't worry, I'll help her
You
out.
say that, but
I'm the support character. I got her.
So, right now it is time for Titania's turn, and it's time for me to point out one of the rules in this game. During the course of each day, you can take up to 4 different recovery actions, where you roll a d6 and add 1, and you get that many points back that you can spin across your pools. The first one you take, each one takes longer, but the first one is only a single action to perform. Just so you know.
That's good to know.
That's pretty good, especially since it's actually quite a bit of our health pools going away.
Yeah. So, hon,
Once your mic pool goes down, it goes to your speed pool.
So it's your turn. What do you do?
Let's see. I'm gonna shoot it with the bow and arrow.
Okay.
Yeah. Should I just roll speed for that since I don't actually have bow?
Yeah. 1 second. Let me check your character sheet here for something.
Okay.
Yeah, you may want to also have a sword since one of your abilities is based on melee attacks too.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you can use your bow too.
All right. So just roll speed.
Yep. Just give me a speed attack.
8.
Yeah, it dodges out of the way there. It does. You can't quite seem to land the blow.
Wasn't she also in its mouth, or?
Oh yeah, it would have been even worse. So, give me a might. You can make a. So, give me a might roll here. You can spend effort. You can spend 3 points for your pool to make it a difficulty 2 instead of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay. Might roll.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, you just took 6 damage.
Oof.
I know. I figured.
So you are the first. You are now. Your damage track has gone up by 1. So you are now impaired.
Okay.
Which
Where do I change my damage?
I did it for you, but the section where you see recovery rolls and damage track, right above your special abilities. So.
Is there any? What is the closest thing to healing skills in this game?
You can make you can make an intellect-based thing to heal plus any bonuses any skills that would make sense.
Perfect. I think I know what I'm doing with my next.
Okay.
All right. So 1 second here while I quick look this up because I forgot. I have not actually come across I've actually not really run combat before in this. All right, damage track. Impaired. When impaired, it costs 1 extra point per level to use effort, and you do not get major or minor effects on rolls. A 17 and higher only gives you +1 damage. So, that is what impaired does. Alright. Octoshark, you're in the jaws of a velociraptor. So, because I'm remembering right away, go ahead and give me your might roll.
Cody?
Yeah, what's up?
Might roll.
Might roll? Okay. Whoa.
Okay. Yeah, you break free and kind of set the velociraptor staggering backwards. So if you try to attack it, you're going to get an asset on it your next attempt.
Wow, nice.
If you attack it this turn, so it's going to be one step to your advantage.
Oh, I attack it right now?
Alright, so give me a speed attack roll or a might attack roll, whatever you prefer. Remember, you can spend effort to make it easier. Luckily, you actually hit!
Yay!
Because I believe you use a light weapon, which makes it one step easier, and you had that asset because you knocked it off guard from that, so you actually hit with that. So you deal 2 damage to the Velociraptor.
Yeah!
Which becomes 1 damage, because they have 1 armor.
No!
Viper. You guys, remember,
Okay.
you can use effort to increase your damage by 3.
Oh, crap.
Was that recovery once per day or once per session?
Okay, the recovery... You have 4 recoveries per day. The first one is 1 action. The second one is 10 minutes. The third is 1 hour. And the last one is 8 hours. And that basically ends the day.
Okay.
That's why there's a little radio checkpoint on your character sheet to keep track of which one of those you are on.
I'm going to go after the raptor with the fairy in its mouth, and I'm going to use a swipe.
Alright.
So I'm going to use one of my... And... And...
Okay, so you're using swipe on both of those?
Yes.
Okay. So the first one does not overcome its defense, but the second one hits. So what is swipe? What's the effect? And these are light, right?
Yes. There you go.
Well, good thing for you is you actually inflicted damage because you rolled a 17.
Yes.
All right.
I just more wanted the effect so it would stop eating the fairy. Or at least have a harder time.
Yep. All right. Ariana, what are you doing? You just saw Viper go in and swipe at, basically did the knife equivalent to sweeping the leg at one of the Velociraptors, knocking it off balance, and the octopus shark monstrosity managed to knock it back and swing it, managed to swing, connect with the blackjack. So what are you doing? Jane.
Alright. So I see your moth is in pain, right?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Then I'm definitely going to divert my attention for a moment, and I'm going to, on my robot, we're going to go over and use its healing lasers to try and, mend our
Lasers?
Incredibly destructive healing lasers.
Well, obviously they're basically like what cure light. Or, I don't know.
They cauterize the wound.
Healing laser. Okay. Science.
All right, let me check the healing rules here a second. Healing, you can aid healing. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this. You can do this. How many points are you gonna try to heal?
So I assume this is a difficulty check of like how much versus.
Basically, the difficulty is 1 step per point you heal. So a difficulty 1, which is a target number of 3, for 1 point.
So how much would be to get her back to functional versus?
Well, as long as she has at least 1 point in might, she is no longer considered to be impaired.
I'll get her might back up then to 1.
So if you want to do 1, you can.
I can worry about that first.
Because, like I say, so it's just how many. Because right now her might is at 0. She's down 2 speed and down 1 intellect, and she's down 14 might.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna picture Mike then up to 1.
So you're just healing 1 point of might then?
I assume that's an intellect check.
Yes, it is an intellect check.
I'm gonna try and heal her up to 3 might then.
Okay, so give me a target. Yep. So right now it is a level 3 check with a. Okay, you succeed.
Excellent.
Yeah. So just to give you guys heads up here, especially because I'm trying to help you guys learn this a little bit. Slow the rolls here. Let me finish saying what I'm trying to say when I'm talking about levels and difficulties. So, because I'm trying to help you out because effort is an important part of succeeding in roles when you really want to succeed on things. So, all right, Titania, you recover 3 points of into your might pool, and you are no longer impaired.
Yeah. As my robot shoots.
What am I now? So I
Hail. You're Hail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hail and Hardy.
All right.
Or I guess just Hail.
Mystico. You have velociraptors. You just saw a robot fire incredibly destructive healing lasers that actually healed this time.
Huh. Lovely.
Lee gave a wince once he saw the healing lasers. Remembering when the robot tried to heal him.
Oh, sorry. I forgot that was back when I was a noob. I installed the wrong sort of lasers with that. I paid for that repair bill, if you remember.
All right. So what is Mystico doing?
I'm gonna search. My compatriots are, I believe, caught in the maws of the beast, correct? Or
Titania is still in the jaws of the raptor. The octoshark has managed to escape.
what?
The octoshark.
This is not sentence copy.
Well, I'm thinking of using Onslaught, and you said I could use something. What was it?
If you spend effort, which is in your case spending 3 intellect points, you can either make it 1 step easier to do, or make it deal 3 additional points of damage. Also, because your onslaught is mental, it ignores armor.
Wow.
And
I'm
they
sorry.
so when you and also when you use onslaught, they target their intellect instead of their speed defense, which is lower.
Okay. So I'm gonna do Onslaught.
All right.
Use up 3 points of my intellect. Like.
All right. So yeah, just lower your intellect by 3. Because onslaught normally it would be 1. You only spend 2 to apply effort, but because you have one second here, I think you're so. But because you already used your edge to pay for the using onslaught, you still have to pay the full 3.
So I roll.
Yep.
The hit.
Oh yeah, that hits. So
Okay.
you dealt 5 damage. Which one were you attacking? The one that has bit Titania?
Mm-hmm.
All right, you deal 5 points to that poor raptor's brain.
It's just the waving hands. What do you do? Your dick is a.
All right, less loss. You just see a raptor who is biting on the moth fae suddenly start wincing in pain as its nose starts bleeding. What do you do?
That's after I hamstringed it too.
Yeah. All right, you hamstring that one.
Mm-hmm. We should probably have a little symbol for that.
It is, but it's under the black.
All right. Well, that sounds like a great time to finish that one off. I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay. Guess what? Since everything is one step to its detriment, you hit.
That's good.
How much damage do you do?
7.
Which is just enough to kill it. It fades away in a red outline of itself and drops a small little crystal, which you guys would know is the drop version of a Cypher. But
you said the system's one where we can. So before it gets soulbound, I assume it does its soulbound the immediate moment you pick up.
the one
So we can actually examine it before we decide who gets it.
The soul binding was more for your starting gear that I gave you at the start of this. Then anything you find can be shared or moved around.
Oh, so this was like loot we obtained on a different adventure that has already passed the time.
Yeah.
Or was just, the default loot you get for free at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. Basically, I was just trying to make it so you guys didn't try redistributing it all and spending time on that. That was my only thing. But unfortunately, we may have to finish the rest of this fight next time because we are it's at 10 o'clock my time, and I have to be up really early tomorrow. So.
Oh boy!
All right, to those watching us, sorry about that. To those watching us in the past, present, and future, I bid you all good night and have fun.
Good night.